Ah, finally, after all that work about raising 8 levels or so, our Wailmer has finally evolved into a Wailord. You know, it was a lot of hard work and whatnot, a lot of knitting grit getting into it. However, I'm happy to say that after all this work, I can finally rest easy. Hey there guys, DMod Gmod here, and sorry for the pun terrible intro. Let me try one more time. Hey there guys, DMod Gmod here, and pardon the terrible intro. Anyways, hello everybody, DMod Gmod here, and welcome back to okay, one more time. Hello there everybody, DMod Gmod here, and pardon the terrible intro. Holy crap, I can't do this. One sec. Hello everybody, DMod Gmod here, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Emerald version, and pardon the interesting intro we had there. In the last episode, we were doing some side quest stuff, surfing and diving around. In fact, actually, we've been doing that for the last 2 episodes, not just the last episode, so we've been doing lots of surfing and lots of diving. And you're probably wondering what I was doing, just, you know, trailing my Wailord here, you know, besides for a pun intro. The reason that I was training for this Wailord here is because we actually need a Wailord, along with a Relicanth, which I was talking a little bit earlier, about 2 episodes ago or so now, that we want to do a side quest, and we actually need these 2 Pokemon 4-set side quests. However, I don't think we're going to be getting to it quite yet. We got something else I want to talk about first, but after that, then we're going to get going on to the side quests here. To summarize basically what I'm talking about, we got 2 goals today. Our goals today are, we want to go back over here behind Mossdeep City to talk about a little bit of something that I've been kind of ignoring for the last little bit. However, I think now's probably a good time to talk about it. And we also want to make our way over here to Pacifilog Town, which we haven't been to before. However, we can very well go to it now that we have Surf. So, yeah, we should probably do that. You know, it's a new town. We haven't been there before. Sounds like a good idea in my opinion. So yeah, that being said though, that's the basic breakdown of what we want to do today. That being said though, let's see. I'm pretty sure I still have a Max Repel on, and since Wailord's already here, you know what, Wailord? Come along with us. You know what? Why not? You can come with us. You're part of the team temporarily. Alrighty, there we go. And a quick apology ahead of time, because I know I'm going to definitely stutter a lot more this episode, or mess up, or something or other. But I haven't been recording for the last little bit because Xenoblade came out, and holy crap, that's my favorite game of all time, so, I'm using, like, all my willpower right now to, you know, sit down and record, but, here we are. I'm doing my best here. Anyways. Rambling aside, over here behind Mossdeep City this entire time is Shoal Cave. This is an optional dungeon that you never have to go to at all during the entire game, and it is a very unique dungeon. There's nothing else quite like it, especially in this game, and I don't think there's anything quite like it in the rest of the Pokemon games in general. However, I have some bad news to bring about Shoal Cave, and let me talk a little bit about Shoal Cave and it'll make sense why this is bad news. Shoal Cave here is a dungeon that's unique because it has 2 tides that are changing depending on the day. Time of day, not the day. The time of day, and the cycles of the tides that come in shift every 6 hours. However, there is a slight problem. If you have a Game Boy Advance like me or whatever, and you're playing along, there's a very good chance that your internal battery may have run out at this point or dried out. And this happens about a year or so after you get your Game Boy Advance. And the internal battery here is what makes it so that, you know, the game knows what time it is, so it changes the clock for you. The problem, however, is that once this thing runs out, your clock is essentially dead and you can no longer do anything with Shoal Cave here. Except that's not entirely true. You can actually go a little bit throughout Shoal Cave as there's 2 tides and you can explore 1 tide of the cave. However, to explore both tides and get the full experience of the dungeon, I sadly cannot show that to you guys as my internal battery has indeed run out. That being said though, I'm going to definitely be making sure to document on screen about all the stuff about the cave, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about the cave itself as we go throughout here, because, you know, it'd be kind of a shame just to completely ignore this place, all because I can't fully explore it. But that being said, let's go through here. And my Repel's effect has wore off. That's probably not good. So let me go spray another one of these on, and let's get going. Alright, mouthful aside, Shoal Cave, here we are. Shoal Cave here, as I said, is completely optional, and it is home to some pretty interesting Pokemon. But most uniquely, some Ice-type Pokemon, which is incredibly rare in the Hoenn region, because seriously, there's like, I think I can name like 3 Ice-type Pokemon off the top of my head, like 3 Ice-type families. Being, let's see, you got Spheal, which is one of the unique Pokemon of this place that you can only catch here. You got Snorunt, another unique Pokemon you can only catch here. And then there's one more Ice-type Pokemon that I can think of off the top of my head in this region that does not include Castform Ice Form. However, we're not going to be talking about it for the time being, as we're actually going to be seeing this Pokemon kind of soon, and I think it's better if we talk about it then. Alright, another mouthful aside, we have these things over here. This here is a shoal shell. Trying to say that's 5 times fast. Shoal shell, shoal shell, shoal shell, shoal shell, shoal shell. Hey, I actually did it. Not bad. These items here are unique to this cave here, and they're the main reason you actually want to go through here, as it will let you construct a very unique item, which we'll be talking about in a little bit. That being said, though, that's one of them over there, and I think there are 2 more to find throughout the cave. Let's see. If we can get to them, however, I do not know. Okay, we got another one over here. We got a shoal shell over here. Not bad. That makes us 2. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure you only need surf to go through here. I don't think you need any other HM, so don't worry about that too much. I'm pretty sure it's only surf. If it's not, then I'm gonna look like an idiot. But, you know, I already look like an idiot, so not the biggest loss in the world. That being said, though, I saw an item over here. I definitely want to grab it. Let's see what this is. It is a rare candy. That would have been really useful when trading Wailmer. Oh, well, it's in the past. Let me tell you something, folks. When you have to battle wild Pokemon, and most of them are water-type Pokemon, to get your levels for a water-type, it is quite annoying. It takes quite a while. Over here, we got a shoal shell as well. That's our 3rd one, I think. And I think that's it. I swear that's it. For this tide, anyways. There's probably more. Oh, no. Yep, my bag's full. I saw that coming. Let's see. Harbor Mail, you're our garbage. I'm tossing you out. Farewell. Give me that big pearl. Need me some money. If you can tell, the big pearl here is a selling item. It's just the regular pearl, but, you know, worth more of a price. Outside that, though, it's the exact same. And I don't think there's any hidden items around here. I'm going to check to make sure, but I don't think there's any hidden items. Let me see. Item finder. Nope, there's no response. Alright, yep, there is no hidden items. So, with that being said, that's pretty much all of the cave that we can actually explore for the time being here. Because, again, my internal batteries unfortunately run out, and there's not really too much I can do about it, unfortunately. One of the downsides of, you know, having a unique feature. However, I will admit, though, this cave is a really cool concept, and when your battery is actually working, it's pretty cool. That being said, though, now we have these items, you're gonna want to talk to this guy over here. If you bring me 4 each of soul salt and soul shells, I can make you a shell bell. You can get those ingredients every day. This is the main appeal of this dungeon. As you go through here, you can pick yourselves up these items, and by getting 4 of each, you'll be able to make yourself a shell bell. And the shell bell is an interesting item, as you equip this to a Pokemon, and whenever you deal damage to the opponents, you will heal a little bit of your HP back, depending on how much damage you deal, which can be a pretty useful item, especially if you're attacking super effectively a lot of the time. Unfortunately, though, I have no way to obtain it, as I cannot get all the items required, since I only have access to 1 tide. Very unfortunate, I know, but I thought it was worth mentioning this dungeon none the least, so that way, if you somehow have your internal battery running, you can explore it yourself. That being said, though, that's all for the first thing I want to talk about today. And now, that being said, we're on to another quest. Pacifidlog Town is in our reach, and we need to get there. How, though? Surfing, of course. However, something I gotta mention here quickly while I was training my Wailmer. Actually, before I mention that, look at these 2 guys. They're like in perfect sync. It's like they're performing some sort of like rain dance or something. They want to summon the storm. Anyways, I don't know why I found that so funny, but anyways. Now that being said, there's something I actually have to talk about quickly before we go surfing here, and that is the route over there to Pacifidlog Town. While training up my Wailmer to go, you know, evolve into a Wailer for what we needed for later, I battled a lot of trainers on the way down here, and for the most part, I've actually pretty much battled every trainer off screen here to get my experience, because it was way faster than just battling wild Pokemon over and over again. So, which got me thinking, how am I going to exactly make it interesting going from here to there, all the way down to here to Pacifidlog Town if I've already battled everybody? And the answer is, there's not really a good method for it, because I wanted to train off Wailmer off camera, since it'd be kind of boring just watching me battle trainers all the time. Just to, you know, evolve my little Wailmer here, who isn't even a real party member and whatnot, so I figured, you know what, I'll just battle them off camera. So that being said, I think what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to be fast forwarding with music, going all the way down here, all the way over to Pacifidlog Town, and then we'll continue off there when we pick off there. However, before we do this, there's something kind of funny to have that I want to show you guys. So, along the way down on those routes going to Pacifidlog Town, there is a 1% chance of encountering a certain Pokemon, who might look kind of familiar to you when I show you him. Let me show you him in just a second here. Yep, I caught myself a freaking Wailord, which is level 27, which doesn't even make any sense. So I caught myself a Wailord here on the way there, as my Wailmer was level 39. it couldn't have come at the worst time possible, but it managed to come. And the reason why this is so significant is because Wailord here has a 1%, I repeat, a 1% chance of appearing on those routes. So I am either incredibly lucky to find this Wailord at a 1% chance out of random on like just a random encounter without even trying to look for it, or I'm extremely unlucky because I had my Wailord level 39 and 39 and then ran into it. Take your picks, folks. Anyways, so yeah, that was kind of funny. Unfortunately, it was off camera, but believe me, I kind of flipped out. Anyways. That being said, though, I think for the time being, we don't really need any variations besides Surf, so for the time being, I'm going to put Carson in the front here. He's been in the PC box for a while now, and I definitely want my XP share before we leave, so, oh yeah, I forgot, this is, in the older Pokemon games, you actually have to have your Pokemon in your party to move items around, which is kind of weird, but It is what it is.
So I missed.
So I definitely want my experience share back. I'm going to be taking that right back. Thank you, sir. And, oh, my bag's full. Right, crap. Alright, in that case, I'm going to go sell an item quickly, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back here. Seriously, I cannot stress enough how much I appreciate unlimited item space in the future games. But, you know, for the time being, it's understandable. That being said, it kind of makes sense. You know, your bag's not like an empty void, unfortunately. That being said, though, I think we made all of our preparations here, except there's one thing quickly I want to do, and that is not go back to my menu. We want to go over here. I want to go down here. Where's my rare candy? I just picked up. I'm going to use this rare candy, and we're going to be using it right on Damsel. He's the only Pokemon left on my team that's not fully evolved, so if anything's going to be giving experience, it's going to be going right to Damsel. And I think there was one more thing I did off camera here that I'm forgetting to mention. I think it had to do with Damsel as well. Let me see here. Oh yeah, right, I thought Damsel fly here because I figured, you know what, instead of getting Tropius every time, I may as well choose fly because now our little Trapinch has wings. Oh, fast they grow up. Alright, that being said though, enough rambling aside, now is the time for us to do some surfing. So that being said, cue the music, I'll see you guys at Pacifilog Town. We have made it, folks. Pacifilog Town is here, and as you can see, it is a town completely on the water here, and I just gotta say, holy crap, do I love this town's idea. It's such a unique theme, and there's nothing else like it in Pokemon, and honestly, I haven't seen much towns like it elsewhere anywhere. It's really, really unique, and honestly, it's one of the things I admire about Hoenn so much. From the town among the treetops to the town, like, literally on the water here, Hoenn's, like, towns and whatnot, they're so unique, and I think they're probably the most unique in the entire Pokemon series here. They're very special, and I like the idea behind it a lot. They call it the Water Region, so you may as well build a town on the water here. That being said, though, let's visit the Pokemon Center quickly. Not that I took much damage here, but, you know, I may as well heal up while we're here. And also, how about we take a look around the town here? Like I said, it's a very unique town, so I definitely want to take a look around here. Thank you for waiting. Restored your Pokemon to full health. Thank you, Nurse Joy. Lovely as always. Let's be on our way here. You there, kid, what do you think? See, isn't it neat? These houses are in water. I was born here. That's exactly what I was thinking, except, you know, the born here part, but, you know, close enough. The Sky Pillar? Oh, you must mean that tall, tall tower a little further out. If you ask me, I wouldn't climb it. It's too scary to get up that high. Live and see little festival log that suits me fine. I wonder why you're a fisherman then, huh? Sky Tower, you say, huh? Sounds pretty interesting. What's over here? Nope, we got a whole family here. Cool. People were saying that they saw a Pokemon flying high above Hoenn. Is it flying around all the time? Just needs to rest somewhere. I think May was talking about that very same Pokemon, so who knows? Maybe May wasn't going crazy. Hey, talk to me. Where'd you come from? Yes. Yes? Yes, town. I don't have a place like that. I love how they make fun of the dialogue options RPG. That's amazing. A sky Pokemon, a sky Pokemon. Apparently she saw it too. Alright then. That's one weird house down. Let's see the rest of them. How about we check out this one over here? This town is a very small town. In fact, I'd hardly even call it a town. But then again, I guess a town could be, you know, just people living together. So I guess it kind of counts. In the Hoenn region, there are 3 Pokemon that represent the power of rock, ice, and steel. Each of them is said to have hid away deep inside cave. That's the story I heard when I was just a little kid. Interesting, interesting. 6 docks open 3 doors. Gravy used to say that, but I don't know what he meant. Also interesting. Also, I just gotta say here, my Legend of Zelda instincts are killing me here. There are pots here, and I cannot break them. This vase looks expensive. Peered inside, but it was empty. Can I break it then? Is no one gonna care? It's empty. Can I break it? Okay, fine. My fighter flight instincts of Legend of Zelda when I see pots. Whenever I see pots in particular, I not only think of Zelda when I think of pots, I also think of those freaking pots knocking at a time at the start of the Spirit Temple to try and kill you every time. The sea between Pacific Log Town and Slateport is a fast-running tide. If you decide to surf, you can end up swept away somewhere else. That is actually a very good tip. We haven't actually really seen that among, like, where we've been surfing before. However, there are high tides in the ocean. However, we haven't actually encountered any yet. Is that a Pokedex? You seem to meet a lot of different Pokemon. Which sounds like you. Then again, I guess while I've been praising this town so much for being on water, I guess being on water would mean you only get to meet, you know, water Pokemon. Check out this Horsey. This is the Horsey that I caught yesterday to celebrate my birthday. Oh, I can see what you want. After all, it's priceless. I'll tell you what, I might be willing to trade it for a Bagon. Bagon here is an incredibly rare Pokemon that I don't think we can actually catch yet. My memory might be a little offset here, but I don't think we can even catch a Bagon yet. However, Bagon here is an incredibly rare Pokemon, while Horsey you can actually find fishing in certain locations, so yeah, not really worthy of a good trade. Not really worth it. Oh, it's not gonna go through with this? That's cool. I'm not desperate to make a trade or anything. You sound like you're trying to make yourself feel better or something. You okay there, bud? Alright, and I think we got 2 more houses to visit left. You there, gentlemen, how are you doing? Mirage Island. It must become visible and invisible depending on the weather conditions that make mirages appear. Or is it really appearing and disappearing? I have no idea what you're talking about, but it sounds like some trippy stuff. I can't see Mirage Island today. Well, I haven't seen it either, so don't worry, you're not going crazy. So yeah, the people here, very interesting folk, gotta say. Then again, I think I might be very, quote-unquote interesting too if I was spent my entire life on a bunch of little rafts among the ocean. Really cool town, but I can imagine it getting quite boring here. Ahem, I am the Pokemon Fan Club's most important person, the chairman. I'm also the only person in the Pokemon Fan Club, as you can see. Younger's brother. I'm here enjoying my vacation with Pokemon, yes indeed. Ah, your Pokemon. It clearly likes you very much. A Pokemon that adoring and adorable deserves a TM like this, no? By showing this guy here with a high friendship, you will get yourself TM27, which is Return. When a Pokemon likes you a lot, Return's power is enhanced. If it doesn't like you, Frustration's power goes up. Frustration is probably one of the worst moves ever because it's the exact opposite of Return, and you have to go out of your way to get your Pokemon to not like you to make Frustration do more damage. And who would want to make their Pokemon not like you, you monster? Meanwhile, we also have Return here, which is the friendly version, which, you know, you get friendship by just pretty much just doing anything with your Pokemon at all. It's kind of nuts how easy it is to raise friendship. And Return here is actually a fantastic move. It has 100 accuracy, and depending on the friendship, it can go anywhere from a pretty low amount of power to a whopping 102 amount of power, which is an incredible move at max power. That being said, though, I don't think I have anyone I really want to teach it to. Yeah, I think I'll pass. I think strength does the job just fine. That being said, the return, very fantastic move, and very well worth your time grabbing over here. That being said, though, that's the entirety of Pacific Log Town explored here. Very small town, but a very cool town. One of my favorite towns in the game. It's not my favorite location in the game, which we, I already talked about last episode. And oh boy, I talked about it a lot. But yeah. That being said, though, we're done exploring around over here. However, we're not quite done here yet. And actually, wait, before I go. Okay, I am back. Sorry about the awkward cut there, folks. I had to go take care of something quickly, but I am back. However, you did not miss too much, because all I was going to talk about is the fact that we need to run over to the Pokemon Center quickly, because all this time, for about 3 episodes or so, I've been talking about how we need to get ourselves a Wailord, and we need to get ourselves a Relicanth, and now we're actually going to be doing the side quest, which is really cool and really important, that we need these 2 Pokemon for. So I just went ahead and grabbed them. So here, as you can see, we got my Wailord here that I trained up from a Wailmer. We got my Relicanth here, and also one more thing to note: you are really going to want a Pokemon that has Dig, and you're also going to want to have a Pokemon that has Dive, which my Wailord has, and you're also going to want a Pokemon that has Surf. So a lot and lots of things that are required for this. However, trust me, the payoff is worth it. That being said, though, let us get moving. We got more surfing to do. However, I promise you this. After this, there isn't too much more surfing left to go. We'll be back on land once again for the first time in a while. Anyways, so over here, Route 132, as you can see, over here, this is our first time seeing these things called water currents, or I guess you can say water... Actually, yeah, water currents works pretty fine. And they work kind of like, what would I compare them to? Kind of like the speed tiles that you'll see in, like, Blue's Gym or, like, some of Team Rocket's hideouts, where if you step onto it, you will be forced to go which way the waves take you. However, we want to go for this route in a very, very particular fashion. You have to be very, very careful how you do this. And I believe you want to go this one down here in particular. I think you want to go over here. Please don't tell me I'm wrong. Okay, good. You know you're going the right way because you're running to this guy guaranteed. Win or lose, you'll never know until you try. Alright, so far, so good. We got past the first area. Alright, Mr. Fisherman Ronald. Then, oh, you're the freaking... Every single Pokemon game, they got a freaking fisherman who has 6 Magikarp. And apparently this guy is the one. And if we want to get to this thing I'm talking about, we have to go through him. Alright, well, I'm not going to waste your guys' time. It's 6 Magikarps. You guys know how this goes. I'll just speed through this. I'll see you guys in just a moment. Or he can also have a Gyarados. Okay, that's not a Magikarp. I'll give you some credit here. It's a really, really, really low-leveled Gyarados, but it's not a Magikarp. I'll give you some credit. I'll give you credit where credit's due. That's not 6 Magikarps. That's definitely a Gyarados. Alright, anyways. Me rambling aside, now I'll see you guys in just a second here. Alright, and we're back. And honestly, this guy here, I gotta give him some respect. He had 1 Magikarp and 5 Gyaradoses, so you know what? That threw me for a curveball. You got me, Ronald, you got me. Anyways, next up, I think, if I remember right, we're gonna surf over here. I don't think this where you surf here matters too much here, as long as you end up over here on this island. And hey, I don't have to battle this guy now. Awesome, okay. Now we got past that one. Now I want this item here before we keep going. So let me grab this, and this is a protein. Alright, that's for raising your attack stat up, and I think I want to use that on, let me see here. Who on my team do I have here to want to use this on? I'll give that the bread. Make his Hyper Beams hit even harder. There you go. Okay, now this one over here, we want to be not running into trainers. God darn it. Someone's been watching me intently. Was it you? I don't know. You looked at me first. I'm just saying. If you don't have you looked at, we can just skip this battle entirely and move on. But oh well, battle time. No, it's a Kecleon. Hello there. Been a little bit since we've seen one of you. All right. That being said, though, I'll see you guys in just a moment. All right, back on the mission. Here we go. So next up, when you're surfing over here, I believe you want to surf at the very bottom here, like as close as you can get to the bottom as possible here. I hope I'm not wrong. It's been a while since I've done this. And I think we're on the right track here. And I'm definitely putting a repel up to make sure I don't mess anything up here. Let's see, we got 5 more. That should be good. Okay, now if we can dodge these 2, that would be superb. Perfect, all right. And then I think it's okay if we just go across here. I think that's fine. We got ourselves a free item over here. We got ourselves a max revive. Wow, okay, not bad. And then for the next part over here, I don't think it matters where we go. I think we can just go anywhere and we're fine. Okay, yes, so you end up over here on this island here. And now this is the most important part here, because if you go one tile, even one tile off here, you can mess everything up and have to redo everything. This is the most important part of this entire little surfing chain here. So, oh god, I don't remember. If I had to go here or here, I don't remember. Crap. Well, I'm gonna go with this one. Heart of the balls. Let's do this. All right, please don't be wrong. Please don't be wrong. Please don't be wrong. Please don't be wrong. Yes, okay, we got it. Woo, okay, you know you got it if you manage to find a spot over here. This is what we've been trying to get to this entire time. And as you can see, it is surrounded by current. So if you don't go in these very two ways in, there's no way to get here. But we've done it. We made it to where we wanted to go. As you can see, it seems like there's some sort of cave under here. And I just gotta say, this lovely music here, it's like a reward for all the trial and error you've gone through to get here. Alright. So now that we made it down here, you want to go over here, and you're going to be noticing something on the wall here. Let's check it out, shall we? As you can see here, we have Braille writing here, and this is one of the most, I'd say the beginning of probably one of the most complicated, crazy things Pokemon has ever done. This Braille writing here is giving you instructions to tell you to use dive right in front of this thing right here. It's basically telling you to go up, which means use dive. And I'm just gonna quickly say here, before I do anything else here, I just gotta say here, having a Braille puzzle of sorts in a game is one of the most confusing concepts to me, because Braille is a language made for people who can't see. You know, it's made for people who, like, how do I put this? It's made for people who can't visually see things when playing a video game, for example. And the fact that they would make a puzzle around this, especially in a children's game, is very confusing to me, and I am very, very impressed with any kid who figured this out back then without having to use any guides or whatever, but here we are. So yeah, let's use dive here. And by using dive here, we end up here in the sealed chamber. If you want to look throughout all of here, there's a bunch of Braille writing everywhere you look. Very, very interesting. I wonder who put this here. But that's not too important right now. What we want to go check out is up here. These instructions here are telling you to use dig. Thankfully though, we have dig right here. So it looks like we're fine. Wait a second. Oh wait, no, wait a second, no. This is the very confusing part of the puzzle. I almost messed everything up right there. Whew, thank God I didn't leave. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to have Relicanth in the front, if I remember. You want to have Wailord in the back. And then use dig. No, wait. Is it this way? It's been so long since I've done this. This is one of the most convoluted puzzles of all time in Pokemon. I'm gonna try and dig here. If it kicks me out and I go somewhere wrong, I'm gonna be very confused. Okay, good, I got it. Whew. Basically, to open this door here, you have to not only bring dig with you, bring dive with you, figure out how to get all the way over here, but you need to have a Wailord in the front of your party and have a Relicanth in the back. Those were all the instructions you were given up to this point here. And let me just say, this is easily the most convoluted, complicated puzzle Pokemon has ever made. And I don't know how anyone figured this out back then without any player guides or anything. But honestly, it's pretty cool having a complicated puzzle like this. Let's keep going further in. We got one more puzzle over here. Seems quite complicated. There's a lot of text here. And by checking this out, we enter a moving truck. It's the same sound effect. Oh my god. It sounded as if the door opened somewhere far away. And by doing that, it seems we triggered something across the Hoenn region. As for what that is, we'll find out soon enough. That being said though, before I leave this place, I just gotta say, this music here, absolutely lovely, and honestly kind of eerie at the same time too, because this cave here, this definitely does not look natural. Let me just say that much for sure. That being said though, we've made it through here, and I think with that being said, next time on Pokemon Emerald version, we're gonna go see what exactly we just caused to react across the Hoenn region. See you guys then.